The first time I saw her, the starfield bent around her silhouette like it was afraid. Light warped, shadows stretched, and the hull of my scout ship creaked as though space itself was deciding whether to spit me out or swallow me whole. She wasn't supposed to be there. No one survived the shattered drift, but she stood on the broken remains of an ancient orbital like she commanded the void. And maybe she did. I was there hunting rumors. A phantom traveler, a destroyer of fleets, a being who wandered between galaxies leaving only incomprehensible warnings behind. Her name appeared in 100 languages, but always whispered, never spoken with certainty. Some called her a prophet, others a curse. The oldest records simply called her the Returner. I thought it was just ghost stories. Until she looked directly at me. Her voice, though she didn't speak aloud, cut through the hull as if the vacuum carried it. "Do you know who I am?" And I should have run. I should have hit the jump drive, abandoned the mission, reported that the rumors were true and that she was real. But instead I answered. "You're the one every galaxy fears," I said quietly, "and the one I want." Not even I understood why those words left my mouth. Maybe it was the gravitational distortion affecting my thoughts. Maybe it was the centuries of mystery pulsing beneath her calm expression. Or maybe, just maybe, something in her wanted the truth more than fear. The orbital wreck groaned as she stepped off its rubble and floated toward my ship. She didn't use thrusters or technology. Space just carried her, like a tide following the pull of her gravity. My ship shuddered when she entered through the airlock without opening it. She stood before me, tall, composed, with a strange silver light in her pupils like collapsing stars. Her skin held faint constellations that shifted when she moved. "You want me?" she asked, not mocking, just curious. "I want to understand you," I corrected softly. She studied me. Most who seek to understand me do not survive the knowing. I swallowed hard. "Then take it slow." Her lips twitched, almost a smile. The middle, her truth, and the coming dark. Her name, she told me, was Saren Vale, though she admitted that she had worn thousands of names in places where human tongues could scarcely form shape or meaning. Once, long before humanity learned to light its first fire, Saren was mortal, scientist, dreamer, part of an ancient civilization that reached its pinnacle too quickly and unlocked the wrong star. "We discovered energy without limit," she said, her eyes dimming. "But it was alive. Cosmic mind stretched across universes. We called it the primordium. It called us food. Her world built a machine to contain it. Instead they fed it more power. And Saren, brilliant and desperate, became the vessel used to bind that cosmic entity, a prison forged through her molecular structure. Living seal. "How long?" I asked. "More than 100 million years," she whispered. "I have not died since." Her burden made galaxies tremble. Because if Saren's body failed, the primordium would awaken, devour systems, and spread itself like a black fire. "Then why come here?" I asked. "Why appear in ghost stories? Why frighten worlds that have never harmed you?" "Because," she said, turning to the viewport, "the seal is weakening." Cold ache spread through my chest. "How long do we have?" She closed her eyes. Not long enough for me to keep running from myself. The silver in her eyes flickered dangerously. I suddenly understood. She wasn't feared because she destroyed worlds. She was feared because every galaxy knew she might, against her will, if the being inside her broke free. "I've seen countless civilizations rise and fall," Saren murmured. "I have loved and been loved, hated and hunted. But the primordium grows restless inside me. Wherever I go, its whispers follow." She turned to me. "Yet you did not run." I shrugged, trying to hide the trembling in my hands. Someone had to stop running eventually. She stepped closer. Why you? Because I've spent my entire life searching for meaning, I said honestly. Turns out meaning found me first. This time she did smile. Small, fragile, like a star about to be reborn. The crisis. When the seal breaks. Over the next days, I learned more about Saren than most beings had in eons. She didn't sleep. She drifted through the ship like both guardian and ghost. She listened to old Earth music with fascination. She asked about human emotions the way children ask about magic. But as we traveled toward a hidden system she hoped could help reinforce her seal, something changed. The ship lights flickered. Gravity twisted. Time jittered in stuttering moments. And Saren collapsed. Her body glowed with violent fractures of red and white energy, like magma beneath cracking stone. The primordium is waking, she gasped, her voice layered with an echo not her own. I caught her as she stumbled, though she weighed almost nothing, as if the universe was already peeling her away. What do I do? Begged. Let me go, she whispered, trembling. If I stay near anything living, it will consume them. No. You don't understand. I understand perfectly, I said fiercely. You've carried this alone for millions of years. I won't let you die alone. Her eyes widened, not with fear, but with something heartbreakingly vulnerable. I don't want to hurt you, she said. Then fight it, I told her. Fight it with me. Her body arched in pain as the primordium surged. The ship's alarm systems shrieked. Reality rippled around us. Through the window, stars stretched into thin white lines, space trembling like fabric tearing open. Saren screamed, no longer with her voice, but with the voice of something ancient, something starborn. I held her tighter. I'm here, I said. You're not alone anymore. And in that moment, maybe because she trusted me or maybe because she needed someone to believe she was more than a monster, Saren managed to wrestle control. The eruption of cosmic fire stopped. The ship steadied. She collapsed against me, unconscious but breathing. I didn't let go. The ending. The choice that defines a galaxy. When Saren woke, she looked exhausted, drained of color, her constellation-marked skin dimmed. You risked yourself, she said quietly. Why? Because I meant what I said, I told her. You're the one every galaxy fears. But you're also the one I want. She looked down and for the first time tears shimmered in her eyes. Liquid starlight. There is a way to reinforce the seal, she said. But it requires a bond. Permanent one. You would share a fragment of my burden. It may shorten your life. It may end it. What happens if we don't? She stared out at the stars. All life ends. I stepped closer. Then give me the burden. She reached for me, hesitating, as though afraid her touch would destroy me. When our hands met, warmth spread through my chest. A warmth that felt like the birth of a star and the end of an era. Light engulfed us, weaving threads between our bodies, our thoughts, our futures. I felt her pain, her memories, her centuries of wandering. I felt her relief. When the light faded, she was still Saren. But not alone. Not anymore. You are bound to me now, she whispered. For as long as you live. Smiled. Then let's live a very long time. She looked at me with something like hope. A feeling galaxies hadn't seen from her in millions of years. Where to? Asked. She stepped beside me, eyes alight with renewed strength.